at all. Why? Your showcase resume should help you figure that out. And if it doesn't, go to networking meetings. Surround yourself with people who are trying to pull you up, up one level, because there are two types of people that we work with. Type number one tries to pull us up where they are because they want to help us up, because they know ipso facto doing so helps them be bigger, helps them be better, helps them be more developed. That's type number one. Type number two tries to pull you down to where they are because they're not going anywhere and they don't like to see other people go up. Those are the two types. There's no in between, and there are no other types that.
I call them the narcissist, psychopath, bullies at the workplace. Welcome, welcome. This is Nehemiah, your big sister. Thank you for being here at the live stream. It's going to be only, I would say, 30 minutes because I'm very tired today. It's the weekend and I know you have things to do. We all have things to do on the weekend. But thank you so much, brave ones, beautiful souls, my amazing ladies, my handsome men for being here on the live stream with me. Welcome back. This channel is called Learn with Nia, and it's all about improving ourselves, inspiring other people, and leveling up, elevating, while having fun and celebrating life. Hey, how are you? Welcome, welcome to the live stream. If you're new, forget everything you've been taught in school. Come to this channel to learn facts and strategies to be better, to live better, to feel better, so you can empower yourselves and empower other people. Big back bestie, welcome to my live stream. Thank you so much. My name is Niama, by the way, and my friend called me Nia. And Niama, I'm always this excited, except when I'm angry, when my kids are driving me crazy. I'm super cheerful by nature, bubbly, joyful, positive. Yeah, I always see the glass half full. That's me. And I tell you like it is, by the way. Yes. So if you don't like that, I'm so sorry. I'm very blunt and I don't sugarcoat, unfortunately. So welcome back to the channel. And tonight, this live stream is about us focusing on building confidence, improving our lives. I'm improving my life just by being here with you on YouTube, learning from so many different content creators, from people that are commenting. It's amazing. So it's all about becoming the best versions of ourselves. So if you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It will help this community grow and spread all around the internet. And join my amazing community where I'm going to bring some tips, pieces of advice. I'm going to share my story, what happened to me when I was homeless, living in New York City, when I was abused in different toxic relationships with covert narcissist people, and just sharing what I have learned through the years. So, it's all about sharing, and sharing is caring. So I learned things that I share things that I have learned. You teach me things that you have learned, and the wheel just go around like that. Yes. So today I am going to dive into the 10 rules of communication. That guy that I was speaking earlier, his name is Dan O'Connor, and I'm hooked with his channel. I've been watching and listening to his videos. It's amazing. He has a ton of amazing videos. You should go. It's called The Wizard of Words. And I was just watching and listening to this video. It says how to deal with workplace bullying. Kick them out of your head and to the curb. I will put the link of that video down the description later when I finish uploading this beautiful live stream. Because yes, there are bullies in life, and you find them in the workplace. I met them. I even quit 2 jobs because of workplace bullies, narcissistic people, envious, jealous people, male and female. Yes, it's not the women that are crazy jealous of us. All right, so 10 rules of communication. Yes, communication is everything. Once you master communication, you can find any job that you want. You can start your own career, run your business, and build amazing relationships. So whether it's in relationships at work, with friends, or even online, how you communicate will shape the way you connect with others and also how you yourself are perceived. All right, so let's break it down and make sure we are leveling up our communication games. Number one, listen actively. You know how people talk to you and you're quick to answer? Listen to them. Communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening too. That's why God gave us two ears and just one mouth. Somebody said that. That's the reason you're supposed to listen more than talking. So active listening means that you're giving your full attention. You're making eye contact. I know I have to work on that a lot because in my culture and in African Muslim culture, we are taught never to look at people when we're talking to them, when they're talking to us. And for many years, I had struggled with this. I'm doing a little bit better. So you really need to understand what the other person is saying before responding. And remember, it's all about communication, having a conversation with them. Respond, listen, agree or disagree. Don't react. Remember that. So when people feel that they are being heard, they feel valued. Just like you want someone to listen to you, to pay attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth, and you truly want them to accept what you are saying. And guess what? That builds stronger connections. It's what it's all about, being on the internet, being on different social media. It's all about building stronger connections, meaningful connections, and fulfilling conversations. So that's number one, listen actively. Number two, the rule of communication, you need to be clear and concise, meaning people need to understand what you are saying where they don't misunderstand you, misinterpret your words. Ever had someone talk forever on and on without actually getting to the point? Yeah, it does happen. So please, let's not be that person. Get straight to the point, avoid unnecessary fluff, and make sure your message is clear so there's no room for confusion. Super important. And there's a lot of confusion online where people don't understand what you are saying, misrepresenting your words, and that can lead to a lot of damage. So be clear and be precise and concise. Number three, rules of communication, you need to be respectful. Just the way you want people to respect you, you need to respect others. Have good manners, have etiquette. So respect is key in every conversation. May you be talking to a kid, a little child, an adult, someone who's able to repay you for your kindness, anyone, regardless the financial situation, religious beliefs, have some respect. That means you don't interrupt when people are talking, you don't talk over people, and definitely you don't dismiss someone's feeling because you don't want them to dismiss your own feelings. So please be respectful. I'm a Muslim and I have a lot of people that have been disrespectful simply because I'm a Muslim. Nothing to do with who I am, my personality, my character. No, just because they see me all covered up, that's it. They already judge me. They don't even know me. Oh yeah, she's an evil person or she's an enemy. You understand? No, no, no. Respect. It doesn't matter because I believe in a particular creator or I'm practicing a certain faith. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I choose that type of lifestyle. I choose that type of belief. And I don't judge you for being a non-Muslim. You know, for example, I'm just giving you my experience. And I have found out because I'm very observant. When I look at people, I can read people and I see their face right away, the look they give me. I can tell they judge me just because I have a headpiece, meaning a scarf on my head. But they don't pay attention to the fact that I speak French, Spanish, English, that I'm from Africa, that I have certain diploma, certification, that I'm a kind person, I'm a good mom. No, they don't care about that. Just because the way I dress, that's it. They already give their opinion who I am. They know all my story. Hey, beautiful Z, how are you? Oh, really? Wow, I had left. I forgot that I had to prepare for the live stream, but I stay as long as I could, and then I had to leave. How are you, beautiful? I am so not dressed. I don't even have a headpiece on my head. I removed my scarf. I have a dress that have no sleeves on, so that's why I couldn't be on camera. I'm at home. It's weekend, so I'm just taking it easy and just relaxing. It's so hot as well. I have to buy me some shorts, pairs of shorts, because I feel so hot. You know, I'm having hot flashes because of my menopause. It's hot, girl. Oh my Lord. Subhanallah, glory be to God. I am a middle-aged woman going through menopause, and I'm like, wow, that's what my mom went through. Whew. I think I'm gonna write a book on menopause. Oh yeah, yeah. How's the children, by the way? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. When you speak to Dan, tell him I say hi, and thank you for asking about me. Yes, I'm just going through the 10 rules of communication because I think it's key for a lot of people to change their lives for the better. A lot of people to get the job that they want. And I was paying attention to this guy. His name is Dan O'Connor, and he has an amazing channel. I will leave the link down to the description after I finish uploading this live stream. He mentioned how you deal with workplace bullies, cover narcissistic people, and how it's so important to know how to communicate and how to speak. And just by changing a few words in your vocabulary, how you talk to people, the way that they will look at you, it's so amazing that it can change like in a second. You know how some people say, oh, she talks so ghetto, or she's talk a certain way, she speak this way. Well, it's all about communication skills and the rules. It's just like a sport that we play. There's rules. You need to know the rules of the game. Like when I used to be in the financial services industry, and they talk about how money is a game, and you need to know the rules so you can know how to win. And you go into that game with that mindset that you're going to win. So don't think, oh, I'm going to lose, or I'm not going to perform well. Just have this vision. See yourself already like at the finish line, that you have won, that the team is so happy and joyful, and celebrate. Yes. So I mentioned number one, to listen actively, because sometimes it's about what the other person is saying to you, not so much about what you have to say. And of course, it's important what you have to say, but also listen and learn to give the person time to explain themselves. Number two, I explained that you have to be clear and concise. And I even ask if you have one time or several times met a person that would just go on and on and on instead of going straight to the point and just talking nonsense on, or sharing unnecessary things, instead of just giving you the message and just being clear. So that's part of how you become a better communicator. And a lot of leaders and influential on YouTube or different platforms or different companies, different field and industry, they have mastered the skills of communication, and that's why they are rich, wealthy, right, girl? And we want that money, correct? You said that yesterday, Z. Yeah, you want more money, you want that big house. Yes, that's it. All about communication. Hey, beautiful. Amatur Rahman. She say Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Arabic, and it means peace be unto you, and the mercy of God the Creator, and the blessings of God. You see, Muslims, when we greet each other, that's the first thing we say. We wish people peace, we wish people mercy, and we wish people blessings. I'm doing good. Thank you, my beautiful sister. And thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Big shout out to you, Amatur Rahman. How you feeling? You feeling better? Your thumb is not hurting? I know you have arthritis. I'm so sorry. And thank you, Z. All is well. The children are good. Beautiful. I love that yellow heart. It's so beautiful. One of my favorite color, and it's the color that is on my Senegalese flag. For those who just joined and who don't know me, I was born in Senegal, which is West Africa. I'm an African girl, born not in the jungle, I was born at a hospital, but I was born in the 70s, so I'm your mama, okay? Have some respect. Today I'm in such a crazy mood. Well, I'm usually on a crazy mood, but today more so because I've been having hot flashes going through menopause. But I feel so good. I feel so much better. I just treated myself and my one of my youngest child to some Chinese food. So maybe that's probably why. But I'm so happy for you being here, my beautiful ladies, and the men that come sometimes check my live stream. Amatur Rahman says, I haven't been diagnosed, but I feel better. The cookie monster didn't let me sleep last night. Oh, share. Who is the cookie monster? Share with us, Amatur Rahman. And like I said on the other live stream, you should go to the doctor, especially if the burning sensation keep coming off and on. Because I'm telling you, having been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis back in 2000, I was pregnant with my first child. Wow, I was shocked. It came as such a total surprise. 26 years old, and then somebody telling me you have arthritis. I'm like, what? That's not possible. I'm not that old. Arthritis, that's a disease for old people. And then I came to realize that even children, babies have arthritis. That's mind-blowing revelation, right? Once you found out. Yes, Amatur Rahman has a beautiful, amazing baby boy. Yeah, that's her cat, Cookie Monster. I'm a cat woman. I love. They're my favorite animals, and I have three altogether all these past 24 years. But I just gave away our last one, and she's such a darling. Her name Damsel. She used to always come next to me by my legs every time I pray. She caressed me, and when I changed her leader, I would change her leader. She would come and like thank me by just touching my legs. She's such a sweetheart. I was crying when I had to give her away. And even the previous cat, I cried. The second one was so bad because I have cat allergy. Can you imagine? I have cat allergy, but I still got cats in the house because they're part of the family, especially in our region. Having cats, feeding them, taking care of them, petting them, it's a beautiful thing to do. But yeah, the second cat, I had such a strong allergy reaction, and I was pregnant with my son back in 2013. I was pregnant with Eddie, so I had to give her away. And I remember not driving because at the time I didn't have a car. Did I have a car in 2013? No, 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 I didn't have a car in 2013. No, I took the subway to all the way to Brooklyn. Yeah, and I gave her that. I cried, and I wrote a note, and I signed a document to say that I don't want her to be murdered. Give her away to a family, and please let me know when it happened. And they did actually. I remember they did send me a letter to say that they found a beautiful home for her. I was so happy. Amatur Rahman said, I can't believe I could have it because I have had a viral infection that has lasting effects. Yes, rheumatoid arthritis or any other arthritis. It's shocking when you're so young and you found out that you have it. You're in total disbelief at the beginning and you kind of angry at the same time. Oh my God, because you realize it's a lot to do with your diet, the eating habits, the environment, and your lifestyle, staying always sitting down or not moving around. Oh, Zia is asking. She has an amazing channel. It's called Why Are Humans Like That? Like this. Have you always lived in NYC, New York City? No, 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 sister. I lived in Africa the first 4 years of my life. So I was born in 74. My mom gave birth to me. She ended up going into a coma, 7 days coma. Bless her heart. My mom, she's my role model number one. I love her so much. She went through so much. So she gave birth to me. She went into a coma 7 days. And when I was born, after I would say a few weeks, she went to France and she left me in the care of her own mother, which is my grandmother. And my grandmother's name is Mariama in Africa. Mariama is the equivalent of Mary. So believe in Jesus. We believe in Jesus' Virgin Mom, Mary. So my grandmother is named after Jesus' mom, and I named my first daughter, her middle name, I named her Mary after Jesus' mom. Z saying, no, I know you are from Africa, but since you left, yes, I moved from Africa. I went to France. I lived in France for almost 20 years. And then from France, I went to England because I couldn't stand the racism, the chauvinism. I was like fed up with a lot of the things. And even though I wasn't even practicing Islam properly, like covering, I was not. I was in the nightclub. I was living life oblivious. I didn't know anything about Islam, about women covering, about the hijab, about Quran, what Quran teaches. I was very much into the European Western lifestyle. I had boyfriends here and there. Shh. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, that's the truth. I had a beautiful life, and I didn't know a lot of things, so I was very ignorant about my own faith, my own culture. Even though my parents Muslims, born into Muslim families, generation after generations, my mom is the one that taught me how to recite in Arabic, the Quran, some of the chapters, so I can pray. And I remember some days I would lie to her. She would ask me, "Did you pray?" And I would say, "Yeah, I pray in my room." Yes, yes, you're right, Z. I lived, yes. I had an amazing life. I cannot complain. Seriously, all the hardships that I went through, even those struggles, but really when I compare to the other side of my life, I had an amazing, beautiful life. Yes, I had amazing parents that taught me good manners, principles, values, morals. I have amazing friends, and most of my childhood friends, actually Christian people, Jewish people. I used to hang out with a lot of Arabs from Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. That's why I fell in love with Morocco. It's my favorite country in North Africa. But yes, Z, to answer your question, yes, I lived in England just before coming to America. So I was there for 3 years. And the only reason I'm here talking to you today, by the grace of God, is because someone that used to live here in New York told me to come. Yes, that's the reason. Otherwise, I would never have thought about coming to live here in America. She told me, come because you're by yourself in England. I used to be a hotel receptionist. That was my career in England. I worked for the Radisson Hotel in Manchester, UK. And I loved it so much. I tried really hard to become a front desk assistant. I was heading there. I became an assistant manager, not a manager. I wanted to become a manager. Alhamdulillah, praise the Lord, like we say. All good, all good. It's life journey, yes, and you go through different stages and you get to meet awesome people and you get to learn different cultures. And I'm super grateful that I was able to even have this group of people, even though they were not the same as me, meaning my culture as a Muslim person or African, because I think at one point I was the only black lady, black woman there. It was mainly white, Caucasian, British people, American. We had a few that came as interns in the hotel. But it was fun. It was fun. I learned a lot. And we used to have a lot of celebrities coming to the hotel. Yes, alhamdulillah. All right, so unless you have any questions for me, let me go back to the topic, the 10 rules of communication. So remember, number one, to listen. That's why we have 2 ears and only one mouth. Somebody said that years ago. I'm like, oh yes, that makes sense. Number two, to be clear and concise. Number three, to be respectful. Yes, I think that's where I left off when someone started coming in, when you guys started showing up on the comment section. So be respectful. It's very, very important. Be kind and respectful because that will take you far. Yes. Speak the way you want to be spoken to. Yes. That's what I would say. It's a piece of advice. Speak the way you want to be spoken to. So number 4, use positive body language. It's super important. And they said actually, did you know that 93% of communication is non-verbal? Meaning it's not so much about what you say and how you say things, but it's about your posture, how you stand or how you sit down while you're talking to someone. And you see, when you want to become a public speaker, which is one of my dreams, hopefully I'll be able to make it come true before I pass away. I'm already 51. But yes, I would love to become a public speaker. Really, what I want to be doing soon, very soon, is to be able to go to different schools, different universities, different shelters here in New York while I'm still living here, and just speak about my experiences, what I went through as a survivor of narcissistic emotional abuse, because a lot of people still don't understand and don't realize what narcissistic abuse is and how traumatic it is, how detrimental to your mental, emotional health it is, and how it can leave you with brain damage. Yes, I didn't know about that. I was online one day and I saw that actually narcissistic abuse can can leave you with brain damage. And there's stories, so many, countless of stories, sad, devastating stories of exactly that. So yeah, your facial expressions, your gestures, your posture, they speak volumes as just as loudly as your own words. So please, if you want people to take you seriously, to understand what you are saying, stand tall, smile, and just use open body language so you show that you're a confident person and you're approachable. So people are not scared to come and ask you questions. People don't judge you or feel intimidated by you or just look at you a certain way. So very important, your body language. And that's why a lot of people can sense if you're lying by just observing you. Yes, and they say if you look a certain way, you are lying. Whew, it's a science in itself. Yes. A lot of experts, like in the FBI, CIA, they can definitely know when someone is lying without even using a lie detector. And for us, empath, someone once said, and I say, wow, okay, that makes sense. They say that we are human lie detectors, meaning we can look at someone, listen to them, and judge by the way they say things, the body language. We can already tell if they're lying or not. Tell me in the comments if that's true. I know I'm an empath. I can read people, and I know people trying to deceive me or fake smiling at me. It's funny when you know what you know, but they still think that they are playing you, but they don't even understand that all this time you knew the game all along. So you didn't get fooled. They did not fool you, but you are fooling them, thinking, and they thinking you fooling them. So number 5 rule of communication: if you need to know your audience. Like someone who wants to go and talk about financial services, like how to budget money, how to save, how to prepare for retirement, what is budget, why you have to pay yourself first, why you shouldn't put all your hard-earned money in the bank, because the banks are actually lending businesses. They're not there to have you save. They're not there to help you with your money. They're there to help themselves. So when every time you put a deposit, $50, $20, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever money, the bank will use your hard-earned money and go and lend it to other companies with high rate interest. And that's something I had no clue. I didn't even know until 2018 when I joined a financial company, and I found out that. Yes, Amatur Rahman says it's true for cognitive empathy, not so much with emotional empathy. True, very true, very true. Let me pin the message. Yes, about the banks. If you want to grow your money and if you want your money to work for you instead of you working for money, this is something else I learned. Work hard, work smart, but at one point you also need to make sure that your money is working for you. Yeah, so they say do not, absolutely do not leave your money in the bank. So let's say you get paid 1,000. I'm gonna just give a random number. You get paid $1,000 every week. That's really good if you manage to have that amount. Every week you get paid $1,000 here in America, let's say. Once your paychecks arrive, the first thing you do, what do you do usually? Like everyone, the first thing we do is start paying people. Yes, we start paying bills right and left. Cell phone company, the rent, electricity, utilities if they separate, right? And then finally you think about yourself. What would be so hard if you do the opposite? If you put yourself first, pay yourself first, that hard-earned money, right? What about putting a few percentage and hiding it from everybody? And that would be your emergency fund or your dream vacation money that maybe in 5 years from now you are definitely going to take. Why not pay yourself first? You deserve it. You earn that money. And remember also something I wanted to make sure I share. I wanted to do a special video, but I'm going to share it here first. Did you? Oh my Lord. I can hear my neighbors from here. Oh God, she yelled and now I forgot my train of thought. So, did you know something to do with money, your paycheck? Oh no, it's gonna come back because I wrote it somewhere on a flashcard. I'm going to make that particular live stream a topic in a live stream to help you understand about money. So when your money comes in every week, $1,000, take out a percentage and put it in a ball, in a box, anywhere, in a sock. You don't want nobody to know about it. Put it in a place where nobody would think about going there to look if you have some money stashed somewhere. Because a lot of people, they automatically under the mattress, right? Like in the old days, they used to put it there. I remember watching this movie. It was with Jennifer Lopez, I think it was, where I think it was her. She had a child. No. Sorry. I don't know what Jennifer Lopez came to mind. Not her. It's a beautiful actress. I forgot her name. She had a kid in the story, and she's working hard. She's a single mom, and it was one of those Tyler Perry movie. She's a janitor. She works in a big company where she cleans the office, right? And she once couldn't find a shelter to have her daughter go there with herself. So she had to start living in her car. I don't know if you saw that movie. And what she did before she got evicted, she had all her money, hard-earned money, thousands of dollars. She had it, put it in her mattress. And the day she got evicted, the landlord threw her mattress outside. And of course, somebody saw it was there and stole all her money. So that's why I mentioned about that mattress thing. Don't put it there. Put it somewhere where nobody would think about it. Or have a safe. I used to have a safe. Actually, I do. I still have it. It's in one of the closets here in the apartment. I just don't use it anymore. But I used to put my money there. So once you have that paycheck coming every week, just take out a certain percentage and put it away, and it's for you. And then you start paying your bills, rent and utilities, phone bills, and other stuff, and pay your debts. Yes, I will make a whole video about how to pay your debts. If you have debts, which one you should begin paying first, because it's important to be debt free. It's very important. It's so stressful. I know for over these past few years, having debts had almost gotten me to the state of wanting to give up and being depressed. Now, thank God, I'm no longer depressed because it's also a mindset and just having this attitude where, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, now what? What have I learned from that mistake? Well, next time, I'm not going to spend that much on that particular thing. Was that really necessary? Remember to compare wants and needs. That's something also I learned years ago at a training. It's so important to gain knowledge in all different aspects of life. May it be how to budget your money, how to talk to people, how to have this sense of you can learn them from different people. Surround yourself with people that want good for you, that want to see you win, that want to see you succeed, that want you to be happy. And just remove anybody that is toxic, anybody that want to see you going down, sabotage your life, anybody that is slandering you, meaning they're talking about you but saying bad things behind your back, trying to have flying monkeys spying on you and reporting to the narcissist or whoever hates you. It's crazy how we have come to this era in this society where so many people wish bad on us instead of wanting to see us be happy in general. So yes, so you will remove a certain amount of your paycheck, put it for yourself. It's not about being selfish. It's about self-care, self-love, and finding ways where you are going to improve your life. That's what it is all about. Yes. So you put a certain amount of money on the side and it's just for you. Maybe you have a dream to travel the world. Maybe you have a dream to start your own foundation. Maybe you care so much about what's happening around the world with children being abused, any type of way, sexually, emotionally, physically, and you want to create a big association where we're going to put an end to it. We're going to bring awareness, advocate against abuse against children. And you need money to do certain things. You need money to do those type of things. You need to build the right connections, people that can help you get to higher levels where you have more people that have better connections that will help you achieve that goal. So put money on the side just for you. Set that particular amount every week or every 2 weeks, depending when you get paid, or once a month. And then some of the money of your paycheck, you pay your rent, you take care of other bills, and don't leave it in the bank. There's places where you can leave your money so it will grow and it will be growing, it will be protected, it will have tax advantages. And you do that in a particular account called IUL. I will do a video about IUL, indexed universal accounts. So essentially what they do is the money that you will put every month, it will be attached to an index with a S&P 500 here in New York, for example. Different companies, like the giant main big companies, and it's with the market, but it's not inside the market. So when there's a market crash, like what happened in 2008, for example, your money is protected and it's not going down and you won't lose a penny. I will make a special video for that and share what I have known, what I have learned, and all the knowledge about where to put your money, so you don't leave it in the bank, because the bank is using your money to lend to other people at a high interest rate, and you are not winning by having your hard-earned money there, and you will never be rich or save by having your money in the bank. So just leave, like what I do, I just leave a certain amount of money of my pay in the bank accounts that I have. Checking account, I don't do any more savings account, because they take money in your savings account as well. They're charging you for you leaving your money there and saving. So I was just a checking account, just one. You don't need hundreds of different ones, or having like tens of credit cards. If you absolutely need a credit card, just get one. But I recommend don't even have a credit card. Have a debit card and just pay for what you need until you are able financially enough. That's my son returning. Until you are able financially to have enough money where you can spend on things that you really, really want, like that big vacation that you've been dreaming for the past 10 years, for example, or that amazing fancy car that you always wanted to have. Like me, my dream car is a Jeep Wrangler, and maybe one day I'll have it. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? So yes, make sure to budget, only buy what you need, not what you want. Live a minimalistic life, you know, where you don't go become extravagant person and wanting to show off, like how they say when you are competing with the Jonases, you end up more broke than a homeless person. Mikhail, you saw the Chinese food? You see it? Yeah. It's for you. You saw it? Sorry, talking to my son. Open the fridge and look. It has a shrimp maifun, some onion rings, and some French fries. Yeah. You're welcome. Talking to my 17-year-old son.
Where's the shrimp maifun?
It's behind the bread, I think. So rule number 5 of communication: know your audience. So you wouldn't talk, for example, you wouldn't talk to your boss the same way you talk to your best friend, right? So understanding your audience, like if you're a YouTube content creator, super important, and it will help you actually tailor your message so it's more effective and also it's more appropriate. So please know your audience, and that applies in professional settings as well as personal settings, personal relationships, and even here on this beautiful social media platform that we call YouTube. And by the way, did you know that YouTube started as an online dating site? I need to check that because I heard that the other day. I couldn't believe it. Have you heard about it? Let me know in the comment section if you knew that YouTube started as an online dating app. I used to be on MySpace. For those who are as young as me, I was about to say as old as me. Have you heard of MySpace.com? I used to have an account there. And I stopped going there for so long that I don't even remember my password to go back in MySpace. That was the place to be at a particular time and in time. All right, so let's move on. Rule number 6, because I said I was going to be here for an hour. Look at me talking. Rule number 6, you have to avoid interrupting. And narcissistic people, covered narcissists, it's like they want to hear their voice. They're in love with their voice. They talk and talk and talk. They don't give you time to respond. They don't give you time to interact with them. And a lot of people have poor communication skills, and you can see that by the fact that they interrupt you constantly. It's like they always want to talk and talk and talk, and you know what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And that's disrespectful. It's like they don't respect your opinion, what you have to say, your own feedback. So please avoid interrupting. Just like we don't like being interrupted. We all hate being interrupted. It's so frustrating. So practice patience in conversations and let the other person finish their thoughts, their sentence before you want to jump in. So, and this shows that you truly value what they're saying as well, and also it makes communication flow much better. That's rule number 6. Avoid interrupting. Number 7, use I statements instead of saying, "You never listen to me." Try saying, "I feel unheard when I'm talking." See the difference? Yes. The I statements are very powerful, and also they express your feelings without actually blaming the other person, making it easier to, for example, to resolve conflicts, and it's peaceful. Yes, very peacefully. Number 8, stay open-minded. Yeah, we don't always have to agree, but we should always listen with an open mind. Yes, I've always been that type of woman to be open-minded. Yes, I always been open-minded. And I love to hear from different perspectives, different arguments, different statements, points of views. It's so important, so important. And we don't always have to agree on certain things, but we should always listen with an open mind. Being willing to hear different perspectives not only will actually improve your communication, but it also helps you grow as an individual. And you never know what you might learn. I love learning from different people, from non-Muslims, from people that don't share my religious beliefs or my different perspective on certain issues. I love it. Number 9, clarify when it's needed. So if you're not sure, if you're unsure about what someone meant, don't assume. And we're so quick to assume, especially on the online world. I've noticed people tend to assume and jump so quickly. I have been attacked so many times by keyboard warriors, online trolls, people that misjudge me, that assume things that were not even true, or started telling, I said that way, I never said that. So it's very important to clarify. So I guess sometimes I don't explain myself correctly. So this is a work in progress, and there's room for improvement for everybody, and for myself included, especially for myself, talking about myself first and foremost. So yes, I'm going to definitely make sure that I pay attention to what I say and how I say things, the words that I use, the different wording that I choose to type when I'm on a different stream, because it will definitely prevent miscommunication and unnecessary conflicts. And you know what I just realized and I noticed about myself? I say a lot, actually, definitely. There's another word that I say often. And someone once said, there's an expert on communications skills. He said that as human beings, there's at least 3 words that a person will constantly say. And I do believe that these are the ones that I say all the time. I say actually, I say definitely. And I think there's another one I say often, which is so. It's just S-O, the little word so. All right, so number 10. We're almost done. I said 30 minutes. I've been here for almost an hour. Subhanallah. Yes, number 10, rules of communication. You have to respond, not react. Like earlier I said about responding, listening to making sure that the person said what they wanted to say, and then you respond instead of reacting. Yes, 10 rules, the number 10 rule of communication. Don't react, because emotions can run high in conversations. But instead of reacting impulsively, just take a breath. Think before you speak, and also choose words that will uplift, elevate, empower, and inspire someone, instead of words that tear them down. Yes. And thoughtful responses can also prevent a small issue from becoming a huge issue. Yes. So you see, I'm saying so again. I see it a lot. Yeah, I think I say those 3 words almost all the time when I'm speaking. I'm going to summarize the 10 rules of communication, and you will see it will change your life for the better, I am sure of, because it has changed my life for the better. I am more in tune with my way of speaking to people and how I am being understood. All right, number 1, listen attentively. Number 2, be clear and concise. Number 3, be respectful. Number 4, use positive body language. Number 5, know your audience, super important, especially if you're a content creator like me. Number 6, avoid interrupting. Number 7, use I statement. Instead of saying you never listen to me, instead you say I feel unheard when I'm speaking. Number 8, stay open-minded. Number 9, clarify when it's necessary and needed. And number 10, last but not least, respond instead of reacting. So there you have it, my amazing YouTube family, my beautiful ladies. My handsome husband, my handsome man. I was about to say, yeah, my husband is handsome. I always text him my handsome husband. I hope these 10 rules of communication will help you so you can build stronger relationships online and also in the street when you meet people. And it will definitely help you avoid being misunderstood, and it helps truly connect you with other people in a very meaningful way. So please let me know in the comment section anything that you want to add to what I just said, and what rule resonated the most with you. And please remember, if you're ready to level up with your confidence and your communication skills, make sure to give a thumbs up to this video and share it with someone that really needs to hear it. And I know I am here to inspire you, to empower you so you can live your best life. So please remember to stay inspired by my message here on YouTube, and stay the amazing woman you are, the beautiful queen, the fabulous, fabulous, inspirational young female here on my channel that come to my live streams. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me finish with a short chapter in Arabic, and I will translate in English, of the Quran. I love to read the Quran, my favorite book on earth. So today is going to be, okay, I'm 51 years old, so I pick chapter 51. It's called The Scatterers, Surah Al-Dhariyat. All right, there's 60 verses, which is not too long. Let's do this. I'm going to say the English first, and then I'm finishing with the Arabic text. Let me go on Google and found the translation of this chapter. Translation in English of chapter 51 of the Quran. Let me see which one is going to give me a very simple, easy translation in English that people can understand. Okay. I love ChatGPT. Have you used it, by the way? ChatGPT. Every time I need something, instead of rushing to Google like I used to, now I just go to ChatGPT. I'm going to put for ChatGPT English translation of the 51st chapter of the Quran. Let's see what it's going to tell me. I wish I could have that version where I just talk to ChatGPT and she answers me. Like Lily J, when she does her YouTube shorts, she's growing her YouTube channel. Oh my Lord, subhanallah. Oh yes, I have it here. Let me use ChatGPT then. Perfect. And then later when I finish the stream, I will check if it coincides, if it matches with the one from Quran411.com. If it's easier, then from now on, I just go to ChatGPT. AI is mind-blowing, mind-blowing. All right, let's do this. Chapter 51 of the Quran. Quran is Arabic and it means recitation. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. By the winds that scatter dust, and those that bear heavy weights, meaning the clouds, and those that glide with ease, and those that distribute matters by command. Indeed, what you are promised is true, and indeed the judgment will surely happen. By the sky full of pathways, Indeed, you are in different opinions, in differing opinions, deluded away from it is. He who is deluded. Destroyed are the liars who are heedless in ignorance. They ask, when is the day of judgment? It will be on the day they are tormented in the fire. It will be said to them, taste your torment, your punishment. This is what you were seeking to hurry, to hasten. Indeed, the righteous people, they will be among gardens and springs, water fountains, receiving what their God, Lord, Creator has given them. Indeed, they were before people that were doing good on planet Earth. They used to sleep, but very little at night. And in the hours before dawn, they would seek forgiveness from their Lord. And in their wealth was a share for the beggar and the deprived, meaning they would give charity, they would give to the homeless, they will take care of the needy, the poor. And on the earth are signs for those who have faith in God. And within themselves, do you not see? And in the heaven is your provision and what you are promised. Then by the Lord of the heavens and the earth, indeed, it is the truth, just as it is true that you are able to speak and talk in different languages. Has the story of Prophet Abraham's honored guest reached you? Have you heard about the story of the guest of Prophet Abraham? When they entered his house, they say peace, and Abraham told them, you are people that I don't know. Then Abraham went to his family and he brought a roasted calf, like some type of roasted chicken. No, I'm sorry, not chicken. Roasted beef, the baby of the cow, and placed it near them, meaning he invited his guests to eat. So he said, will you not eat? And he felt scared. He was scared of his guests because he's here making food and he receiving guests and they're not eating. So he's kind of afraid what's going on. But the guests said to Abraham, don't be scared, don't fear us. And they gave him good tidings that he's going to have a knowledgeable son. Then his wife approached with a cry of joy, striking her face, not believing it, and being in disbelief. What? I'm a barren old woman. They said, this has your Lord said. Indeed, he is the wise, the knowing. He said, then what's your mission, O messengers of God? The angel said, indeed, we have been sent to a wicked people to send down upon them stones of clay, marked by your Lord, because they were transgressors. So we evacuated those who were believers, but we found not within them other than a single household of believers. And we left them a sign for those who fear the painful punishment of God. And in Prophet Moses, there was a sign when we sent him to the evil, wicked Pharaoh with clear authority. But he turned away with his supporters and said, he's a magician, a madman. So Pharaoh said about Moses that Moses was a crazy person. So we, God, we seized him and his army and we throw them into the sea, and he was blameworthy. And in Ad was a sign when we sent against them the barren wind. It left nothing it came upon, but that is made like decayed ruins. And in Thamud was a sign when it was said to them, enjoy yourself, yes, have fun for a little while. But they were insolent, rude, defiant. So they defied the command of God. So thunderbolt seized them while they were looking on. They had no idea, but the punishment of God came right to them. And they were unable to arise, nor could they defend themselves. And the people of prophet Noah before. Indeed, they were a people also disobedient. They disbelieve and they refuse to listen to God. And the heaven, we, the God, we constructed, we made, we created with strength. And indeed, we are its expander. And the earth we have spread out. How excellent is the one who smooths it. And of everything we God, we created in pairs, that you, human being, you may reflect and think and ponder and use your intellect, your brain. So return to Allah, the God of Abraham. Indeed, I am to you from him a clear warner. And do not make anybody as equal, similar to God. Indeed, I am to you from him a clear warner. Likewise, no messenger came to those before them, but they said, he is a magician, he's a madman, a crazy person. Have they passed down this statement to each other? Rather, they are transgressing. They are the wrongdoers. They don't even know it. So turn away from them, for you are not to blame. But remind, for indeed the reminder will benefit those who believe in God. And I did not create the devils, and mankind, except to praise me, God, to worship me, to follow my command. I do not want from them anything, no food, no provision, nor do I want them to feed me. Indeed, it is Allah who is the continual provider, who's always providing for his creation, for us, mankind, the firm possessor of strength. And indeed, for those who have wronged is a portion of punishment, like the portion of their predecessors, the people that came before them. So let them not impatiently urge me. Like, don't play with God. That's what the verse is saying. And woe to those who disbelieve from their day which they are promised. So the last verse 60 of this chapter 51 is just reminding us that if we don't believe in what God says, what God has revealed, what God has commanded, what God has warned us, mankind, about, he has told us about, then whatever happens to us, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. Yes, and it's definitely true. The promise of God is true. The day of judgment is true. Whether some people don't want to listen, don't want to believe, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And isn't that such a beautiful, amazing, loving God to tell us about what's going to happen in the future, so we are aware? Because when we come in front of us, in front of him, guess what? We won't be able to give any excuse, because he had already warned us. He has told us what's coming. It's amazing, isn't it? It's like, imagining like God gave you notification, like he emailed you, he texted you, he gave you a warning prior to your death to let you know, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to send you down on planet Earth. I want you to be an excellent, amazing, decent human being. I want you to treat your orphan kids that you know. I want you to treat them with kindness, to be respectful to the orphans. I want you to be kind, good to your neighbors, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim, whether they curse me, whether they talk trash about Islam. Be kind to people. Whatever they do to you, don't worry. I got you back. Can you imagine? God actually told you all that in his book, in the Quran. Yes, everything you need to know about this life, all the aspects, every single one of them. God is sharing that knowledge, those secrets with you. So that's why I keep telling to people, just read the Quran. Give yourself this as an opportunity to know what it says, what God, your creator, is telling you. Because that's the book that has been preserved more than 1,400 years. It still remains the same exact text. Whether you live in England, in France, in Spain, in Portugal, in Colombia, in Russia, in Japan, in China. That's the only book. Doesn't have different versions. It's the same, exactly the same. It's just it's only in Arabic, but there's different translations of different languages. So pick the one you want. You speak French, grab yourself a Quran that is written in French. You speak Spanish, grab yourself a Quran that is translated in Spanish and learn it. You have no excuse, especially nowadays with the age of IT, technology, information. I said, and I keep saying and repeating it, ignorance is not bliss. There's no excuse for you. You're on your phone almost 20 hours a day. You're online almost 18 hours if you're not working or studying or at work or at school. Give yourself 10 minutes every day. Read 5-10 pages of the Quran to understand what God, your creator, is telling you, is asking you, has warned you against, has promised will happen, because it will definitely happen. That's my belief, and I want to share it because that's a treasure that I cannot keep to myself. Yes, that's how I see it. Islam is a treasure, and I want everybody to have it. Islam has a solution to every single problem that we are facing today, 21st century, 2025. Yes, indeed. Every single problem, issue that we have in this life, Islam has a solution. But you have to be open-minded, like I said earlier. One of the rules of communication, be open-minded. Accept that, listen, maybe what I have been taught all those years, maybe there's something else that is better. Why? It could be Islam. Let me read the Quran. Let me see what this book has to say. Let me see if those people that were telling things, lies, or misinformation about the Quran, let me see. Maybe they were right. Maybe they were not. Give yourself that opportunity, because it's amazing. Once you read it, you truly understand for yourself, and you realize exactly, yeah, well, these people were not right. I'm sorry, but I can vouch, I can say, I can testify. I read the Quran myself, so I know. But if you haven't read it, I'm talking about people who's watching me and who start saying things about Islam and the Quran that are untrue. I'm talking about them. I'm talking to them. If you come at me or on my page and start saying things that are not true about Islam or the Quran, I'm going to tell you, listen, unless you have read it cover to cover, from first chapter all the way to the last one, which is chapter 114, then don't come at me. Do not attack me. Do not lie about Islam or what the Quran says. Maybe you have witnessed what some Muslims have said or done, but it has nothing to do with Islam itself, because Islam is perfect. Whereas Muslims are human beings, and as we know, human beings are not perfect. Yeah, so that's what I have to say. I'm saying that because I'm seeing people starting lying and coming to my page and leaving comments, or when I'm on other people's channel and I leave a comment, I'm always very gracious and I'm very respectful. So I leave the comments about Islam, about Quran, and sometimes I will come across some channels that are criticizing Islam, that's bashing the Quran. So I will also leave my comment, but I'm always respectful. So this is what I wanted to say. And I never go to a Christian live stream. I never go there. And if I would go there, I would never attack anyone on that screen, on that stream, on the comment section, or saying blasphemous thing or disrespectful thing. First of all, as Muslims, we cherish Jesus Christ. We love Jesus Christ. Peace be upon him. And we do what he did. We say salam alaikum. And that means peace be upon him. That's how he greeted people. He didn't say, hey, what's up? How you doing? He said, peace be upon you. Okay? And in Arabic, that's assalamu alaikum. That's it. He was circumcised. I circumcised my two sons when they were younger. Jesus did it. I did it. Jesus never drank alcohol. I never in my life drank alcohol. I'm 51 and I used to be a bartender. And I served alcohol when I was a waitress. So I think Muslims are even more Christ-like compared to some people that say they are following Jesus' teachings. But this live stream is not about Christianity, Islam. This live stream was about the 10 rules of communication. And of course, every time I finish a live stream, I share the beauty of the book, the holy book that I read, and it happens to be the Quran. So I share with you now chapter 51, and I'm going to read it in the Arabic text, how it was revealed more than 1400 years ago in the 7th century. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. وَالزَّارِيَاتِ ذَرْوًا فَالْحَامِلَاتِ وِقْرًا فَالْجَارِيَاتِ يُسْرًا فَالْمُقَسِّمَاتِ أَمْرًا إِنَّمَا تُوعَدُونَ لَصَادِقٌ وَإِنَّ الدِّينَ لَوَاقِعٌ وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْحُبُكِ إِنَّكُمْ لَفِي قَوْلٍ مُخْتَلِفٍ يُؤْفَكُ عَنْهُ مَنْ أُفِكَ قُتِلَ الْخَرَّاصُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي غَمْرَةٍ سَاهُونَ يسألون أيان يوم الدين يوم هم على النار يفتنون ذوقوا فتنتكم هذا الذي كنتم به تستعجلون إن المتقين في جنات وعيون آخذين ما آتاهم ربهم إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك محسنين كانوا قليلا من الليل ما يهجعون وبالأسحار هم يستغفرون وفي أموالهم حق للسائل والمحروم وفي الأرض آيات للموقنون وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون وفي السماء رزقكم وما توعدون فهو رب السماء والأرض إنه حق مثل ما أنكم تنطقون هل أتاك حديث ضيف إبراهيم المكرمين إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال سلام قوم منكرون فراح إلى أهله فجاء بعجل سمين فقربه إليهم قال ألا تأكلون. I'm going to pause to drink water. فأوجس منهم في Okay, let's start back to verse 26. فراح إلى أهله فجاء بعجل سمين فقربه إليهم قال ألا تأكلون فأوجس منهم خيفة قالوا لا تخف وبشروه بغلام عليم. فأقبلت امرأته في سرة فسكت وجهها وقالت عجوز عقيم. قالوا كذلك قال ربك إنه هو الحكيم العليم. قالوا كذلك قال ربك إنه هو الحكيم العليم. قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون. قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين لنرسل عليهم حجارة من طين مسومة عند ربك للمسرفين. فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين فما وجدنا فيها غير بيت من المسلمين وتركنا فيه آية للذين يخافون العذاب الأليم. وفي موسى إذ أرسلناه إلى فرعون بسلطان مبين فتولى بركنه وقال ساحر أو مجنون. فأخذناه وجنوده فنبذناهم في اليم وهو مليم. وفي عاد إذ أرسلنا عليهم الريح العقيم ما تذر من شيء أتت عليه إلا جعلته كالرميم. وفي ثمود إذ قيل لهم تمتعوا حتى حين فأتوا عن أمر ربهم فأخذته الصاعقة وهم ينظرون فما استطاعوا من قيام وما كانوا منتصرين. وقوم نوح من قبل إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين. والسماء بنيناها بأيد وإنا لموسعون. والأرض فرشناها فنعم الماهدون. ومن كل شيء خلقنا زوجين لعلكم تذكرون. ففروا إلى الله إني لكم منه نذير مبين. ولا تجعلوا مع الله إلها آخر إني لكم منه نذير مبين. كذلك ما أتى الذين من قبلهم من رسول إلا قالوا ساحر أو مجنون أتواصوا به بل هم قوم طاغون. فتول عنهم فما أنت بملوم وذكر فإن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين. وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو القوة المتين فإن للذين ظلموا ذنوبا مثل ذنوب أصحابهم فلا يستعجلون فويل للذين كفروا من يومهم الذي يوعدون. Allahu Akbar, Sadaqallahu Azim. I just finished reciting this chapter 51 in the Arabic text, the way it was indeed revealed back in the 7th century, which is more than 1400 years ago, and it was revealed by God. He's the only author, and he revealed it through angel Gabriel. Yes. I wanted to share with you that particular verse where God says that he has created us for one purpose and one reason only, that he created us so we can worship him. Yes. 1 second, I want to ask my son something. Eddie! Viens ici, s'il te plaît. I speak to him in French. All right, the whole time I told you that I was on the stream, and you know at 8 o'clock I'm on the stream, and I can hear your voice. Can you please close your door? Close here. Close your door and try not to be yelling too much. Thank you. All right, so verse 51, I wanted to elaborate of this chapter. I'm sorry, verse 56 of chapter 51. My son, my little boy, my munchkin. I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me. So what does it really mean? And what is a jinn? Because we are mankind, we're human beings, but God created other creatures. He created angels, he created animals, the universe, different universes, galaxies, nebulas. But he created another creation called the jinn. The jinn creation is like what we call in English devils, demons. Some that are Christians, some that are Muslims, some that are atheists, some that are agnostic, Buddhists, of all different types of beliefs. And they are able to see us, the demons, the devils, but we don't see them in their form with our human eyes unless we really lost our mind, and then we see them. You know how people say, I can see things, I can hear things? Yeah, the demon, the devils, the jinns doing that. All right, so God is Allah in Islam, meaning in the way of life called submission to God. In the book called Quran, God says in chapter 51 that I just recited, and in verse 56, and I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me. So the purpose of creation, it just emphasizes in this verse that the ultimate purpose of creation, of God making us human beings and the jinns, is to worship him. So what worship means, and worship in Arabic, the word is ibadah. It's just not limited to rituals, like you know how we pray 5 times a day, Muslims, or fasting during the month of Ramadan, for example. It includes every aspect of being here on planet Earth. Like once we die and we are resurrected, we won't be doing any worship. There's no ibadah on paradise. In paradise, in Jannah, that's the word for paradise, Jannah in Arabic. There's no more worshiping God, because the whole purpose of being here on planet Earth is to worship him. Once the planet is destroyed, there's no more planet Earth. Now we're all in heaven, in paradise. There's no need to pray 5 times a day, no need to give in charity, sadaqah, zakat, no need to go for hajj. There's none of that. There's no work. We get to live forever and ever in blissful paradise, total bliss, happiness, pure happiness, 100%. And we get everything that we want, we desire. We just think about something and it comes. You know, like right now, I'm thinking about ice cream. I'm sitting here on my desk in front of my computer by my cell phone here in my living room, and all I'm thinking of while I'm talking to you right now is ice cream. Oh, I would love just to have in my hand, right there in my right hand, some ice cream cone, chocolate chips, and mint chocolate chips, or cookies and cream ice cream. So in paradise, you just think about it and it appears and you have it. Yes, that's the beauty. So yes, the purpose of our creation, according to Islam, is that we're supposed to worship God by being obedient to God, grateful to Him. So you have to have an attitude of gratitude all the time. And just, it's really living in accordance. Yes, I will say and I will define it. Living in accordance with what God has told us to do. Like living in accordance with Allah's guidance. That's how I will, yes, that's how I will say. This is what submission to God is all about. You submit to Him by acknowledging Him, by admitting that He is your Lord, He is your provider, He is your creator, your fashioner, your designer, your architect. He made you, so He knows best what's good for you. Yes. So worshiping Islam is an entire way of life. It's not just praying 5 times a day or fasting. No, it's everything. It's you being kind to your neighbor, whether he or she is a Muslim. Either they are Jewish, agnostic, Christian, or they don't believe in God, they don't believe in Allah, they curse you, you still be kind to them, you still be honest and be respectful. Because what goes around comes around. You are being tested, and your neighbor who is mean to you, who insults you, or who is disrespectful towards you, he or she is also being tested by God. And the fact that you realize that, then you tell yourself, well, I'm going to be genuine, honest, authentic, and be kind, compassionate, and forgiving. Because I also want God to forgive me. I want to pass this test. And this test is this man, this woman across the hallway being disrespectful towards me. How am I going to respond? Remember earlier the 10 rules? And one of them, when I said you are learning to react, no, you stop reacting and you respond. That was the last rule, number 10. Don't react, but respond. Exactly. You learn to be kind by doing kind things, by doing acts that are geared towards being a kind person. And that's how a lot of people nowadays, very successful entrepreneurs, influencers, they're teaching you. If you want to be somebody that is into martial art, for example, start doing martial art things. If you don't have the means financially, maybe to go to class on martial art, stay in your house, turn the computer on or your cell phone, and go on YouTube and look for videos, martial arts for beginners. And in the comfort of your home, start doing those particular martial art gestures and look at yourself, stand strong, and make those particular movements. Learn from others, watching their videos. And then if you want to inspire people, like what I'm doing here online, on the computer, on YouTube, start teaching people what you have learned. That's the beauty of being online. You don't have to go outside and have to talk to people face to face. You can do it right here in the comfort of your home, right in front of your phone. So yes, it's a whole way of life. It's not just about praying, staying away from sex before marriage, outside of marriage, or not drinking alcohol. It's more than that. It's a whole way of life, an entire system of living. And you remember to do everything with sincerity, always thinking, oh, I'm doing it for God. Would God accept, and would God be satisfied and pleased with the way I'm talking right now? Would God be pleased with me? Always consider that. And remember that we have freedom of choice, meaning we have the right to choose between doing certain things and not doing certain things. It's almost called free will in that sense of the term. So you choose obedience over disobedience. And obedience is characterized by everything that you do that God loves and is pleased with. And disobedience is everything that you do or say that is not pleasing to God. Because God is the one that makes the rules. And it makes sense because God is the one that created this earth, this planet. So of course there's rules, and that's his rules, not our rules. Yes. That will determine your fate, meaning your destiny, where you are ending, when you're going to be after you leave this planet Earth, because there is a different realm, there is a different dimension, there is another world out there after death. That's what we believe in Islam. The hereafter is called Akhirah in Arabic. And you have to have this focus on that, this mindset that yes, after here, I'm going somewhere else. So I have to prepare. Just like when you go on vacation, you prepare. You get your visa, you make sure your passport is not expired, you buy maybe new clothes, you buy a new suitcase, you prepare, get health insurance, life insurance, travel insurance, and you start telling your loved one, people that are close to you, well, I'm going on vacation in 6 months from now. Don't come to the house because there won't be nobody to open your house, to open the door for you. Or please make sure to come and water my plants, feed the cat. I'm going on vacation at such a such date. You know, we prepare for vacation. We even prepare for a job. When we know we're going to an interview, guess what? Your biggest interview, your biggest meeting of all is the one with your creator. What have you prepared for it? I'm trying to pile up as many good deeds as possible. I am amassing as many good deeds as I can now because I know it's coming, that day, and it's approaching more and more for me because I'm 51 now. And you know, when you see so many people around you dying, little kids, healthy children, you know you are next. That's another sign, warning. Be ready, you are next. So I always tell to people, don't be scared to talk about this. I've been talking about this, telling my kids since they were little, and now they're 23, 22, and almost 18, the first three kids that I have. I always tell them about death until they used to say, oh, mommy, you talk too much about death. We have to talk about it because it is a reality. It's happening. Right and left, you turn, you're hearing, you're witnessing people going there. So you should be talking about it. God says to talk about it. Yes, God tells me to talk about death. I will talk about death because I want to please God. Because I put it first and foremost. I put Him first and foremost. I'm trying to every day do that. I'm not perfect. I made many mistakes and I'm still making them. But guess what? That's not discouraging me. I'm still optimistic and I know for sure God loves me. He wouldn't put me through all the hardship He put me through if He didn't love me. Of course He loves me because He said that when He loves a servant, He is definitely going to test him or her. Yes. So please just focus on what's most important, what matters. And if you're not a believer, if you don't believe in God, if you don't pray, if you don't accept Allah, if you reject, that's fine. That's your choice. That's the right that you have been given. Me personally, I accept, I believe, I am aware of, I acknowledge that there is a being that is greater than me, more powerful, and he created me and he put me on this earth. He put my parents on this earth, the parents of my parents. He put generation upon generations before me, before us, here on earth, and we shall all return to him. Okay, I think that's it. My throat is so dry. I've been talking so much. But yes, this is what I wanted to share with you today. Alhamdulillah, whatever I said that is good, it comes from God, ultimate source. And whatever bad that I said is definitely from my own self. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And remember, I'm your sister Nyama. My friends call me Nia. I'm here to help you elevate, to uplift you, to bring some sunshine into your life. I have almost done my website. I want to finish it. It's all about self-love. Actually, I would love to start this movement, self-love movement, where we are growing together and empowering one another so we can elevate and make a difference and leave a big, huge, positive impact into this world, because so many people need it. We need more positive energy, more good people knowing that they are good, they're doing good, and not being discouraged or despairing, and forgetting about negative people that are trying to kick us to the curb. We kicking them to the curb, so to speak. So remember, I love you very much. I'm here for you. Whatever you are going through, this too shall pass. Remember, I always say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which is actually the title of my next book. I'm super, super excited about that. This is my little baby. I want to bring it to you, and I should be able to publish it this year, God willing, inshallah. But until then, continue watching my content. Leave your comments, share. Sharing is caring, as you know. Sharing is caring. And if you have not subscribed and you just happen to come to my live now, please do subscribe. I've seen a little growth, and I'm super, super grateful and thankful for whoever is subscribing, whoever is listening to what I have to say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Stay inspired. Stay fabulous, my beautiful people, my brothers and my sisters here. I love you very much. Z, thank you for tuning in. Amatul Rahman, thank you for tuning in. And I saw someone else, Big Back Bestie. Thank you so much. And whoever I did not see the comment, thank you so much as well. I love you. I appreciate you. Until next time, see you in the next video.